fast. This from Raymond from Canterbury, guys. Russie and the Box have already had a camp together. Could they have made this decision sooner in a busy year for New Zealand rugby?
I think it was important they got the process right, and that it took 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Joey, 6 weeks. I think New Zealand rugby have done quite well here to nail down the head coach.
Yeah, I think a really thorough process. They were clear on what they wanted from their applicants. I think we got two of the best in the business applying, and they were thorough. Like, you know, they had guys fly up here to Corby last week, see how Dave Rennie operated. They were obviously down ahead of the Crusaders game, watching how Jamie Joseph operated. And, you know, they reference a lot of people, from my understanding, from players to other staff that they've worked with, etc. But I think the player references is an interesting aspect, and especially up here, the guys that they would have talked to. In the Corby team, there's 4 influential players there. There's one, Brodie Retallick, the guzzler, Artie Savia, who's on sabbatical, obviously All Blacks vice-captain, and also Anton Leonard-Brown, who's in the leadership group. But one that has been probably missed is actually Ash Dixon. Ash is still playing up here and is playing for Corby and has been now coached by both of these individuals, in Jamie Joseph and Dave Rennie. So his influence, I'd imagine, and his input into this process, I don't think can be underestimated as well. Highly respected, especially what he's done in the Māori All Blacks jersey, and understands his rugby really well. So I think that the New Zealand rugby have to be credited for a really thorough process. And, you know, like, maybe it wasn't the man that you and I, Goldie, might have wanted to see in that job, but you know, you can't question that they've ticked all the boxes and they've asked all the right questions, I think, of people that they need to. So, you know, like Dave, you'd know this better than anyone, Mills. He's a guy that sets up culture. You see what he did with the Chiefs in 2012 when he came in there and turned that team around really, really quickly, and dived deep into what it means to be a chief. And those foundations that he laid then are still bearing fruits now in that side. And he's not afraid to make big calls. Like, was it Craig Clark that he appointed as captain in that year? Like that was probably a bit of a shot out of the blue. So, you know, I think, you know, it's a well-made decision, a well-thought-out decision by New Zealand rugby.